Let's go see how mysterious the boss is going to be. Okay, a giant desert. And that's not the only thing that's giant here. This is what we get. And there's two of them. The giant masked insect Twinmold. And the blue one's already shown its weak point. Majora eyes, like always. Okay, how to take care of this guy? Light arrows. As you can see, these guys are pretty dang big, but they are not immune to our most powerful weapon, the light arrows. Shoot their weak points. As a master of archery, that should not be a problem. And then it goes down, revealing its true weakness. And that we need to shoot in order to... Apparently it stops rolling after a while. Shoot it a couple of times. And then it will reset. Okay, do be careful for the red one, because the red one's also still here. Okay, there he is. I knew that was coming. The red one will actually charge in at you on your safe little platform every once in a while, so... Just keep an eye out on the blue one, and hopefully the red one will keep you alive. Okay, I don't see any eyes. I'm pretty sure I can't block this guy. No. Light arrows don't work against the red one. Oh, the blue one actually has 5 Majora eyes now to hit. Okay. Please hit me. It was like getting hit by the red one. For some reason I always like the charge move he has. But don't worry, I'll make sure I don't die. Okay, there we go. Oh, here comes again. Okay, you can L-target this guy, but it's actually pretty hard to keep the target lock on. Okay, there we go. There goes number 1. Scratch 1 giant centipede. Okay, but now for the red one. We did not see any weak point. And that is because we are going to do that guy differently. Say hello to phase 2, and for that we're going to get a special item in the middle of a boss fight. In the N64 version you already have this, you actually get this earlier. I mentioned it earlier. But here we get it now. And it actually is the Giant's Mask. Within this mask lies the might of a giant. Could this give you the courage to face gigantic enemies? Set it to one of the item buttons if you're ever in a good place to try it on. And yeah, we are in a good place to try it on, because we are fighting a giant centipede. And this one does not have any Majora's eyes for weak points. But it does have a lot of babies apparently. No, in order to take on the red centipede, we need to take this fight to his level. Let's fight someone our own size. Hell yeah. Big strong Link does not like worm babies. Go away. Also don't like little worm. Where are you? Link, go smash. Get over here. You thought this thing was giant. Well, it isn't anymore. Or is it just us who grew in size? Okay, there you are. Smack! Hey, come on! Don't you breathe fire at me. Okay, it does take a lot of hits if I remember correctly, before I actually bring him down. Okay, here he comes. This is actually the best way to try to hit him. The moment he flies at you directly. It's actually pretty easy to take a step aside and then pound on him as much as you can. You can hit him anywhere you want, unlike the N64 version where you actually have to hit them in the head or the tail. But you actually use your sword there, so it's actually a lot easier. Hey, come on! Okay, I'm pretty sure I didn't hit him a single time there. But he did spit out more babies, so they're actually handy to heal yourself, both hearts and magic. You're not really noticing it right now because of me having infinite magic, but wearing the Giant's Mask actually also drains magic. And quite quickly even, so not just for light arrows, but also for the use of the Giant's Mask. It's definitely recommended to have infinite magic by this point. Otherwise this fight actually turns into constant search for magic jars. As you can see, they do drop a lot, but still it's actually easier to not having to worry about magic jars. Just focus fully on the giant centipede. This takes a crap ton of hits before he finally goes down. Like I promised. Come on. Why won't you die already? Okay, there we go. Little worm down. Okay, the camera focuses on his tail. So let's pull out our inner Mario and swing this Bowser around. And smack! Did I mention I love this fight, by the way? Little worm still alive. Me need to get a big rock in order to hurt him. You can actually use the giant boulders that lay around the arena to knock him down in one hit. But watch this. Bam! And down he goes. Come on, grab him. Thank you. Shazam! Worm still alive. Link needs bigger rock. Unfortunately, there's only 2 lying around, so you can't actually do the entire fight this way. But still, at least 2 of the hits you can do quickly this way. Let's make sure we don't miss him, of course. Schmack! Out of my face. Alley-oop! Ooh, that's gonna hurt. But he's still alive. Pretty sure you need 4 of these hits in order to take him out. Since we run out of giant rocks to hurl at him, the rest we have to do with our fists again. Link want to go smash against Little Worm. I really love the animations they gave Link in the 3DS remake of this game. The Nintendo 64 version, when wearing the Giant's Mask, Link actually still acted like he normally did, even still had his sword and everything. But here in the 3DS version, they actually made him a dumb muscle, if you know what I mean. He actually behaves like you would expect a giant to behave. Okay, this attack is quite annoying. I've not been able to avoid it a single time, I'm pretty sure. I'm getting a little too aggressive now, I feel. Okay, this should be easy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, just a couple more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, another 3 hits. Okay, he's making it easy for me now. Okay, there he goes. And this should be the final one. For all the glory. Bam! Yeah, there we go. And there goes the most epic boss fight in Majora's Mask 3D. One of the few fights they actually managed to improve in the 3DS version. The original fight was rather short, in my opinion, because of beginning with the Giant Mask immediately. But here is true epicness. But both of the little centipedes are dead. Or must I say, the big centipedes, because we were big after all. So they felt very tiny. But with that, we have the final heart container in this game. And also the final remains in this game. Let's go free the final giant. We have seized Twinmold's remains. In doing so, you freed the innocent spirit that was imprisoned within this dark mask. One last trip to Skyworld. Well, we've helped all of you. That is all we can do. Call us. That's what they're saying. Without being told, we understand. So, now you'll help us out in exchange. We'll call you from atop the clock tower. So, do something about him, alright? What? Their voices sound sad. You don't want to? No, Tattle, there's more to this story. Forgive your friend. Forgive our friend? What do you mean by forgive? Huh? What friend? That is a mystery for later. Let's go. Oh. Now what's happening? The lingering spirits of the canyon. With the curse finally broken, all of the lingering spirits from the ancient kingdom of Ikana are finally allowed to leave this world. Ikana Canyon is no longer a haunted place, as it should be. Okay, the canyon is cleaned up. We only have a couple of crows left. Of course we do. Let's go see what we can all do. Let's go see if these guys are actually grateful for us cleaning up this place. Okay, what do you have to say, sir? Oh, it's the same dialogue. Okay, apparently he's not grateful for us solving this problem. Oh, and you're the same deal. Ungrateful bunch. Okay, in that case, let's just finish all of the events here. First one being the Great Fairy of the Canyon. It took me a while to actually realize I needed to collect stray fairies in the dungeon. But eventually I did remember and got all 15 of them. Now let's go see what the final reward is going to be. And trust me, it's going to be an interesting one. Oh, compassionate young one, I am the Great Fairy of Kindness. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I grant you the Great Fairy Sword. Oh, another sword. We get the Great Fairy Sword. Set it to one of the item buttons to use it. With black roses etched into it, the Great Fairy Sword is the most powerful of all blades. Yeah, you didn't expect we would get a level 4 sword. But in fact we do. We restored the Great Fairy of Kindness and received the 4th sword in this game. Now I don't care about you healing my weariness, because I never bothered to go back to the Great Fairy's Fountain. However, there is actually something different about this 4th sword. As you can see, it is actually an equipable item. And in fact, the final equipable item, because as you can see, we are filled to the brim now. The final item in this game is the most powerful sword in this game. And for some reason it's actually a selectable item instead of an equipment item, which is interesting. It does not replace your current sword, but you can actually use it on one of the item buttons to get an even more powerful sword. Because yes, it is stronger than the Gilded Sword. And also longer. So therefore more range. And with that, there's actually only one more event to do. Kinda like the ocean, there's actually only one event that unlocks after completing the dungeon. So let's get our Sora mask, because we know where we're going. It's actually a place we explored before the dungeon already, so we know we need to go to the secret shrine. When we first started exploring this place, we found out there is actually a sun switch there. And now that we have both the mirror shield and the light arrows, we know how to handle sun switches. Let's go see what the final event in this game actually is. Here in the secret shrine. You, my friend, are going to open. Okay, what can we find? As the final event in this game. It seems somehow you've managed to send Ikana's wandering spirits to a peaceful rest. But outside of Ikana, there are still swarms of wandering spirits with lingering regrets. The ones in this room want to meet you again and have been waiting here for quite a while. Go see them if you feel like it. I'm sure they'll welcome you. Okay, this guy again, eh? And he's talking about old enemies that actually want to see us again. 4 rooms we can see. Can you guess what the deal is here? 4 rooms. 4 dungeons, remember? Let's go in the first one. And we find out we get to face the mini-boss of the Woodfall Temple again. And now that we have a level 4 sword, we can actually kill this guy in 1 hit. However, there are 3 of them, so it technically still is harder than in the Woodfall Temple. But we get to prove the Great Fairy Sword's power. We can take out the mini-boss in 1 hit. For defeating all of these quote-unquote mini-bosses, we actually receive a silver rupee. I'm not going to care because my wallet is full. But at least allow me to show you off what you get. You get this for all 4 of them, by the way. And another note, look at these faces that actually hang here. We can actually see 4 of them. That is actually the number of hearts required before you can actually do this. If we go to the Snowhead room, we will actually find out there's more faces hanging around. This time there are 8. 2 of them on the wall over here, so don't forget to count those. If you have less than 8 heart containers by this point, you cannot enter this room. This room will be closed. So I don't think you can actually always do this event. All of the bosses actually require a certain number of hearts before you can do them. This one obviously being the Snowhead Temple mini-boss. I did promise we would face Wizrope one more time. And it's over here in fact. Okay, the Great Fairy Sword is useless here, so light arrows it is. The only reason why this fight can be a little bit more annoying compared to the other ones is because of all the pillars in this room. So it isn't always possible to see all of the teleportation panels in one view. Sometimes it can actually spawn behind a pillar, if you know what I mean. So the position where you're standing is definitely important here. Yeah, like here I can't see him. Oh, come on! Don't want to get frozen here. There we go, he's still pretty easy, of course. And that is 2. And I don't care about the chest. It's going to be another silver rupee. Just saying. Okay, room number 3, the mini-boss from the Great Bay Temple. Okay, remember to look up. Because Ward is on the ceiling, even here. Let's go see if I can actually show his second face off a little bit better this time around. Because I accidentally killed him last time. A little bit too early. Before I was fully able to show off his true second face. Okay, let's go blow you up. It's the best way to get his bubbles detached from him. still feel that's the best strategy for this guy. A combination of bombs and the spin attack most of all. Which you can even use by standing underneath him, as you can see. Okay, that should be good enough. You don't have to kill all of them, obviously. Only enough for his eye to actually get revealed, because that's what we're aiming for. Okay, 3 hits with the light arrow. I'm surprised he can actually take that many. Okay, he still has a lot of bubbles left. Actually, only one side where most of it has disappeared. Okay, there we go. Phase number 2. Let's first make sure these bubbles are out of the way so they don't annoy us. And hopefully he's going to stay away from me so I don't accidentally kill him again with my sword. Oh, oops. Okay, never mind then. Apparently I'm way too powerful for this guy. I saw him appearing, so I thought might as well slash him, and apparently that one slash was already enough to kill him. But at least we still have the Stone Tower Temple mini-boss to take care of. We just beat that guy, but still, we need to do it again. And as you can see, there's a lot of faces hanging here in this corridor. So you need pretty much all of the heart pieces in this game, pretty much, before you're allowed in here. And get to face Garrow Master again. Okay, the Great Fairy Sword's not a very good idea. Because of it being a two-handed sword, we actually can't use our shield. And our shield is actually pretty handy to use against this guy. Because he is quite fast, so... Ow. But luckily, because of the Great Fairy Sword's power, he's still down really fast. And a couple of hits he got in, I don't really care too much about. So, you really are an amazing person, Treecks. It seems you have somehow managed to heal their souls. Maybe I shall vanish soon myself. Well then, okay, now that was the final time we were going to see him. He has been a pretty good guide throughout the canyon, but this was his final thing. Let's grab the final big chest in this game, containing the last piece of heart that we've been missing to fill that new heart container we were working on, and clear off the final event in the canyon, Vanquished Foes Return. We've defeated some powerful enemies, with powerful swords and powerful arrows. Okay, that's all. The canyon has been completed fully. And after already completing the ocean, mountain and swamp, this game is fully completed now. There's one last thing I'd like to show off here in the canyon. It's not an event, but still, it's worth showing off. And that is actually this river that we've been swimming through. What have I told you? There's actually also another end to this river. And that actually also leads somewhere. As you can see, here all the way to the south is actually also a tunnel. And this one actually leads to the southern swamp. We actually fall off this waterfall over here. And that actually connects to each other. It's a one-way trip. Obviously we can't climb up the waterfall to get into the canyon, but still, it's worth showing off. Let's return to Clock Town. With the entire game completed, there is actually only one more thing we need to do. And that is finishing the story. Now that we have all 4 of the giants, it is time to finally face the Skull Kid. After the very first cycle where we were unable to stop him, now we should be able to. See you folks for the finale of Majora's Mask 3D in the next recording session. because I'm not going to do it now. The final night will begin, and I will say, Treecks out.